Oke guys ya, kita meski ke game yang kedua guys ya, antara Avalon melawan dari BTK. Oke, Avalon di sini dia pakai Lancelot ya, dan Mobazen dia pakai Fredrin guys. Oke lah, kita fokus aja lihat gamenya ya.
And this is the matchup that we like to see. Fallen Assassin, Mobazen on the Fred,
on the Chicken, dia pakai lapu-lapu ya. Wih, Demon. Oke, Demon pakai Gord ya guys ya, meta Indo. Tapi bentar guys ya, entah itu Gord itu dari meta luar atau meta dari Indo terus masuk keluar guys. Itu yang kadang gue bingung juga ya.
It doesn't seem like any teams are looking to fight for the cabbage anymore.
So, let's talk about drafts here a little bit.
Sure.
I do feel like with the Melissa, there's some nice late game possibilities on the side of Avalon. The problem is can they make it to that late game? ISO on the Beatrix, another decent late game hero, but still slightly different. I feel like Melissa has a few more possibilities to really just pop off in those.
Ini kemarin sih Gord dibawain di Indo ya guys ya, mau di turnamen MDL, MPL sukses semua sih guys ya. Tapi untuk yang ladiesnya itu agak kurang guys ya, untuk kurang ya, mungkin ladies lah. Tapi ada yang menang juga kemarin dipakai arah Dumika ya.
ISO a bit of an advantage.
Yeah, this lane is not looking good for basic already. The cannon is kind of sieging the minions against the side of Avalon's. And he talked about the marksman matchup. Melissa traditionally does well against any matchup. And
oh no, basicnya tuh bang.
Able to take out basic. Arvel might just be next on the chopping block. Yato gonna come here and help as well. 4 men onto that top side. Arvel able to just get away.
Tapi ditukerin sama Turtle sih harusnya.
Nothing really used besides Arvel's flicker right there, and if he didn't really flicker, he was going to die. But
tapi Mobazen mengambil purple buffnya Valen sih.
Nah. Punishing the blue buff, but Avalon grabs the first turtle.
Yeah, I mean, but I think that's listen.
Kena sih kelihatannya tadi tebakannya ISO.
A very good trade.
Mobazen berhasil mencuri
bro. And like especially yes, you get that EXP bonus from the turtle. But I've always felt like if a team can go up and make something huge happen in that gold lane, it is very crucial.
Well, it's a risk, right? If you go up to that gold lane and you don't get anything happen and you get the turtle punished, right? That is going to be bad for the side that goes to the gold lane. But BTK here, they were able to grab up basic early, and denying some of that farm for the Melissa is just going to make the fair miss even better. The ability
basic, waduh, sebar guys, lumayan.
Not be punished for it AoE wise, that might be BTK's win condition. But wow, even with the turtle, the gold lead is still pretty close. It's quite the opening from both of these teams. Pretty good.
Yeah, definitely solid opening. Avalon not too far behind, but BTK looking to make plays non-stop. Watch for the stun. Fallen's going to try to come in, make sure he at least gets that creep there. I'm pretty sure he was able to secure it, so Mobazen has to go back to his jungle in vain.
Yeah, but look at the Gord here. He's not really able to rotate anywhere. He's kind of stuck on this mid side because he doesn't have the mobility. And look, even with the jungler rotating on the top side, Gord is still just kind of hovering over mid. It's a strategy because I know from the MDL's Rebellion, they had
itulah guys ya, enaknya pakai Gord ya, karena dia kan punya efek stun juga
has done well on this hero.
Dari skill satunya kalau nggak salah. Karena gue jarang banget pakai Gord guys.
Definitely some possibilities. Now, Turtle's going to be up in 10 seconds. Does Avalon really contest this? I think they want to, but it still feels like it's hard for them to break in. I like the position of Arvel right now on this backside. That could be the game changer in this objective fight.
Turtle kedua guys ya.
Something that we kind of want to see is what type of build Fallen is going for. Is he going to go for the tank jungle? But Turtle already coming down. It seems like both teams are ready.
Oh, Arvel able to get the knock up, trying to push Zane away.
Zane dan yang dapat Mobazen guys ya.
It goes to the side of Mobazen. White Chicken
Valen
with the bravest fighter, but it's Fallen forced to run away. White Chicken does find Arvel, and Numion Blast comes down, but it falls short. Toinks still in
ini nggak ada yang bisa copy ke arahnya Faramisnya
now he's in the midst of two members. Where is he going?
Makanya
is he going to be able to get away? No, they're pulled back and they finally
Bahkan
get the
dari
kill.
hero-nya
ISO
pun
picking it
gue
up.
pilih ke
Man,
BTK ya guys
We
ya.
really be rooting for
Harusnya kalau Demon
Avalon, but
pakai
you kind of see the
Gord
XP
ya
just doesn't
at least
feel
ada
like
Franco ya guys ya.
has the
Jadi stun
impact
udah
that he
kena
does
laser.
when he plays XP
Tumbang
against
guys.
the
Tapi
bottom
Franco-nya
four
tadi di
teams.
ban
When
ya.
going against Fried
Oke
Chicken,
lah.
when you're going up against you know, TOV's XP laner, it just you
Wih,
need to be able
Valen.
to know what you're doing, and it just doesn't seem like Twinks has a strong showing. But bot,
Oh, Fried Chicken. You know, he came into this a little bit rusty. I'm not gonna lie. He sat out last NACT, and we've all been wondering how he's gonna be playing. And this man has got some oil in his joints right now. He is all over the place, and he's playing some heroes that we haven't seen in a little bit. Yes, the Lapu Lapu is good, but it's not something all the XP laners are playing. The
Valen
Yuzong as
ini,
well hasn't been a
Mabazen.
super hot pick, but he's showing that he's still got it even on these more OG heroes.
yeah, and talk about
Blood
OG.
last
Can we look
action
at
udah
some of
diamankan
the
oleh Fried
items
Chicken.
on the board? It is 5 minutes in, so the first items are definitely going to be completed. Lancelot going for a War Axe build. Now, it doesn't really tell
Wih,
us
astaga,
anything.
setengah
You
ya
could
guys ya.
go for a defensive
50%
route
guys
like the
darahnya
Thunder
guys.
Belt,
Aduh,
or
Valen.
you could go for more attack like the Endless Battle or the Hunter Strike. So, you know, in order for
3-0
us
di
to
menit
know
6 ya guys
what
ya.
Lancelot's building, we kind
Ngeri
of
sih.
have to see at the end. But Zane and Fallen going for a small fight.
A little bit of a fight, nothing major. Arvel, but Basic continues to kind of get pushed back there. Taking that death, you can tell he's a little bit worried. Does try to make the engage on
Arvel,
Dodge. Watch
iya.
ISO, he's got the snipe shot out. Yato pops Cult Altar, trying to move on to Arvel now. The stun,
Arvel,
locks in, the snipe shot. Next
demonnya,
on Demon
guys.
at backside, Numi on blast.
Astaga,
Arvel
iso,
still
iso,
sitting with
iso.
a lot of health, finally taking some Mystic Gush comes
Lah,
out.
Mabazen.
Find the kill, Demon.
Akhirnya
able to
dapat
put it
satu
into his
kill dari
pocket.
Demon ya guys
Now
ya.
they have an advantage over this neutral
Gila
objective.
sih.
Joy
Counter
Bosch and
Mabazen
Yato
adalah Gord ya
are
guys ya.
pretty close. Arvel with the knock up on
Oke
Yato.
lah,
as
is
Fallen
Yato Tsunami.
secures the turtle, but
Gila
wait,
si
the man of
Valen.
execution. Yato falls.
Sing,
and
sing,
now
sing,
Avalon
sing.
looking for the fight.
Oke.
Fallen punches through under the tower, able to pop the roses, doing a little bit more damage as Joy Bosch and Fried Chicken are forced to back off and defend, but Demon and Toinks don't want
Loh,
to
Joy
stop this
Bosch malah
yet. They're
tumbang.
still going, and Joy Bosch
Wah,
goes
gila
down
sih.
for the
Poinnya
price
juga
of
tumbang guys
Toinks.
ya.
Avalon finally making a comeback here.
Yeah, that's quite
Satu
huge
per
for the side
satu,
of
boy.
Avalon, able to pick out Zane early on, and it was all due to the damage coming out from Demon, right? And you know, when we talk about the Gord pick, it takes some time to scale. It has the ability to do true damage, maybe even based off of HP. But Demon
sing,
showing why the
Valen.
Gord is good.
Loh,
Avalon kind of coming back into the
gila.
game.
The suicide
Boom.
stampede.
Gila sih.
That's what we're gonna call that one. Yato pulls him
Sikat.
back in
Nah.
just to get murdered. Magic Gush comes out. Demon able to do some nice damage. Avalon making a comeback here, tying up the gold.
Very
Wah, gila guys ya.
strong
Avalon langsung comeback guys
mid-game
gara-gara
presence coming
Demon
out
ya.
from Avalon, pushing BTK
Gord.
kind of
Emang
out
hero
of their
GM ini
comfort.
memang
They
gila
kinda
guys
had
ya.
this lead early on
Gak cuma
where
di
they
Indo
were
guys,
winning
sampai
to the
Amerika
right.
loh.
The
Kemarin
rotations
aja
were
Brazil
good.
udah ada yang
Towers
pakai guys
left
ya.
and right, getting the
Gila
advantages,
sih.
but, Chicken.
Loh,
Damage on a Demon.
Demon.
Fried Chicken under the tower.
Kalah Fried Chicken tuh bang
Gonna
sih.
take that goes down though.
Kena tarat
So
bro.
1 for 1, and if you get a kill on Fried Chicken, I feel like it's always a good trade.
Yeah, it's a flicker for flicker, XP for the mage. Technically, the mage is supposed to scale into that late game, so advantage for BTK, but Fallen looking to go for a little bit of a poke. You can look at his HP bar. I believe that's a tank Lancelot coming out.
And that's what you want to see, right? I
Yep.
mean, this is what we wanted. We wanted Fallen to be on something that he can move, that he can groove, that he can do his thing and dance, you know? Hit some DDR on the step pedals.
Tango.
You know, tango, all the above. Check the boxes because Fallen the Thief
Gila,
is
Valennya
back
udah ngamanin
2-0-1
Guardian
in
helmet
8
ya.
minutes.
Berarti tank
Avalon
slot
trying to get
guys
a
ya.
dub.
Oke lah.
And that's exactly
Tank
what we
slot
want.
guys.
We want the 50-50 Retchies. It just kind of shows that Avalon, they can have these drafts in a different dimension. It kind of failed the first game, but it looks like they're looking to push ahead on the second game. BTK slightly on the back foot. They have a gold advantage, but the momentum seems to be favoring Avalon here.
Definitely is starting to favor Avalon for sure. Even though they're a little behind on gold, they still have some map pressure. When we get into this moment, 9 minutes, the Gord is starting to hit a spike. Those projectiles are coming quicker and quicker and quicker, and that's got to be annoying. Out of nowhere, another ball. I mean, listen, he's popping them literally every like 5 seconds here. That is a pain. That is a pain, and it keeps that distance.
And it's not a traditional hero that we see, so we don't really know how it scales into. We can't really predict the damage, but look at Chicken
Oke lah,
again.
Chicken.
He's hunting, man. He's a demon slayer right now. He got a
Fight chicken.
down to this demon. Demon looking for it. Sun comes out wide. Chicken taking a little bit damage, still able to get away. He's using the breathing techniques to make this one work.
Man, it's a demon slayer. Toink's looking to go in, but once again, flickers out. It kind of feels like he's not making the best decisions, but on a character like Blue, it's extremely forgiving. But BTK's
Fallen
set so deep on bot side.
Yeah, Fallen. Fallen's baiting those skills though. He baits that bombardment every single time. Punctures away.
Chicken again.
Fight chicken.
Chicken looking for demon once again. Gonna get stunned up. Forces the flicker.
Subang guys. Gila si Demon pakai God udah kayak hero powernya aja guys ya.
Avalon take control over the pit. Mobazane.
Boy.
Gets stopped late. The Nubian blast gets canceled.
Oh, Demon yang dapat anjay. Wah, gila digedong-gedong sama God guys.
Arvel looking for the possible strike. Avalon still finally taking advantage of the map.
Demon definitely stepping up right now for the side of Avalon. You know, we always talked about how it was Fallen's game, but Demon's taking it to the next level.
Waduh, Gordnya guys. Sumpah, Gordnya menggila banget loh.
I don't know exactly how
tinggal sebar aja bro. Sebar aja kurang.
We've never casted over a Gord game really, so we're still getting used to it.
Ice Queen 1, oke, glowing. Oh, udah ada glowing 1 sih guys ya. Bener sih, makanya darahnya setipis itu guys tadi guys.
Gold lead if we're comparing the gold lane to the mid lane to the mid lane,
juga
the Lord marching down on the mid side. Avalon looking to make a move.
Dapat tar tengah guys.
Yeah, I mean he goes for book first too, and then you get the Ice Queen wand, so you have this slow. So he's even more annoying. Like he's not only stunning you with the projectile, but he's slowing you with the skill too. The Gush slows you as well. So we're starting to see it matter so much.
Dominan blast. Oke,
doesn't have the flicker, so he doesn't get that Nubian blast onto anybody. He does buy a little bit of space, but still Avalon popping off.
Oh,
gila sih. Avalon langsung berubah 360 derajat guys.
Able to pick up
tinggal 3 tarat tengah juga tumbang.
We've seen BTK in situations
enak banget sih ini.
Before. We're not counting them out, but the momentum coming out, and especially the Gord pick right now, it just seems like it's too much to handle for BTK.
Yeah, Arvel looking for something. Avalon still poking away. They've taken all the towers except the inhibitors. Avalon with a clear advantage of 5k gold right now, and a clear advantage of map control.
Yeah, so Avalon gets a little bit of time to breathe.
They
kind of get to reset the buff.
Diambil sama Patrick guys ya. Aduh. Diambil Patrick, kita tadi juga kena. Duh, tapi Valen aman sih karena dia udah ngamenin Guardian Helmet juga ya. Jadi sekali XP-nya kurang ya nambah sendiri guys.
A better gold lead, but BTK already grouping up, looking to see if they could take a little bit from their side.
Yeah, we just need, BTK is still not out of this, right? There's still some big hits they could do. One thing that we haven't seen too much is Joybaj hasn't been able to land any huge Numion blasts.
Kalau dia ISO dari
that would be tough for him, and Avalon is definitely executing on that. They're making it very tough for Joybaj to make a huge difference here. But now, a little bit of crush, damage on Valen. Finally gets shut down, and Mobazane gets the gold for that, so that could be a nice game changer here.
Waduh,
he will be up
ini yang gedang-gedang antara Gord sama Valennya guys ya memang guys.
And you know,
gila,
when the pick came out so early, I was kind of denying, but
boy.
A lot of damage on the Joybaj. Instantly dropped down, still up though because the Colt Altar.
Waduh,
doesn't want to let him get away. Toinks finding the kill. Toinks still there though. Able to move around.
Basic. Ngapain basic?
Bravest fighter.
Woi.
Looking for something. ISO
Astaga.
Basic. A lot of damage. That's 2 members down.
Ada basic. Oh, Pak. Astagfirullah. Sorry basic. Sorry. Oh, mungkin nge-lag ya guys ya. Makanya kok tiba-tiba dia ke depan gitu loh guys ya. Sorry basic ya. Sorry ya. Gue pikir iya. Oke, di mana ya guys ya? Di sini ya. Lanjut aja, Boy ya. Nah. Sorry guys. Gue pikir dia lah kok ke depan ngapain gitu loh guys ya. Ternyata nge-lag guys. Parah guys ya, mungkin mainnya nggak dalam 1 GH guys ya. Makanya ya dalam segi sinyalnya mungkin ya agak nge-lag juga. Nggak mungkin dong kalau soal HP-nya ya. Pasti mereka juga pakai Apong. Oke lah.
I feel like this is such a BTK thing to do. They love to go around this very first tower and try to kind of cut the waves. And Toinks as this front line, he didn't do so well early on, but definitely showing a presence here, soaking up a lot of skills and damage coming out from the Kings.
Yeah, now Melissa Basic is going to be
Oke,
on the boss
WON
side
udah
trying
dawan
to
kena
defend that.
ISO.
Finally, Basic does decide to rotate up. Crash will
Udah
come
keluarin
in.
laser kematian
Does able to
aja
map
ya.
down the Lord pretty well. No inhibitor drops just yet. BTK doesn't want to force it. Toinks going to move
Zen.
on. Bobazane, though, as Fallen punctures through. Getting the roses off onto Yato. Another projectile comes out, but it just misses. Toinks finally using the flicker to try to get out of damage. Avalon still defending very well.
Yeah, here's the thing. We have this Gord up in play by Demon. He's going to be able to clear every single wave, and especially with the items that he has. He has the glowing wand, which does percentage of HP, along with the passive coming out from Gord. It just chunks down minions, it chunks down the tanky unit, but Fried Chicken is so deep, and Demon doesn't even know it.
Yeah, Fried Chicken's sitting there. He's chilling, he's waiting, he's hunting,
Demon
he's
Slayer.
slaying. The Demon Slayer.
I like
He's
it.
looking for
Fried
something right
Chicken-nya,
now.
oke, ada
I mean, and
immortality
he
udah
always
dengan
has
kena
great
Fried
position.
Chicken.
He always comes in from some sort of angle, some sort of way around the map that become, you know, it's tough to know where Fried Chicken is at all
udah ada
times.
Eman
But
ke
as we
Deman ya.
close in to
Deman
max out
udah
items,
full
Wow.
item
shows
guys,
where we're
gila.
at.
Look at the 3K gold.
Paling
coming
kaya
out
ya
from
sama
the
si
mages.
Melisanya Demannya.
Demon
Gila.
really showing.
Bahkan
Yato,
Lancelotnya
who's
aja
the
yang
boss
jadi
right now.
jungler
That's
gak
3K
kaya
gold
banget
on
loh guys.
the losing
Oke,
side.
baru
And
masuki
if you
menit
take a look
apa?
at the
16
overall,
ya.
there's not much difference coming out from either of the teams. But
Loh,
BTK
Valen gak dapat
still
lagi.
put a little
Astaga,
bit
yang
of
dapet siapa bro?
pressure into Avalon's jungle. I
Waduh
gotta
guys,
talk
oh
about
mau
the
bazan
momentum
guys.
base. It seemed like Avalon had it
Ih,
early on, but
gelo
with
ya.
the
Nah
minions
itu kalian
pushing
bisa
in
lihat lah
now,
lingkaran
it
di
feels like they
kakinya
have
mau
to
bazan ya.
regather,
Nah itu loh.
breathe a little bit, set up the
Nah itu
fights for
guys,
Demon. He's
Valennya aja.
4,
Duh, ini
1,
nggak
and
dikasih
3,
lagi.
and with the front to back
Oh, yang
combo
dapat
from
basic.
BTK,
Oke.
they shouldn't be able to reach this Gordon. If he has a good
Mungkin
ultimate,
dikasihkan ke
man,
basic ya guys ya.
he'll take out the whole entire team.
One problem though for Avalon is BTK, like
Ya
you just mentioned, they did
basic
so well at
terdiam loh.
coming into that
Mungkin
lane.
aja pause lagi
And they
guys.
just took purple
Mungkin.
buff again. Fallen not having
Mungkin
any
aja
purple
pause
buff.
lagi.
He
Oh
wants
oke,
to give his
aman.
orange buff over to basic because it'll just serve the Melissa
Iya.
better. But now with Lord coming up in 2 seconds,
Lord
no
spawn.
purple buff for Fallen, it could
Waduh.
end up being kind of crucial.
Yeah, and you know, purple buff is quite nice, but we're getting to the 17-minute mark where items don't really mean too much, but what means a lot is the immortality, and it seems like BTK.
Oke lah, ini
They got
Lord
one on Zane, they got one on
ketiga ya.
Chicken. Joy
Yang masih
Bars
level
got
2.
another one, but look at Avalon. It feels like they haven't been able to build up to that item, and it's kind of bad when you're looking at 3 immortalities versus
Zen.
none on the side of Avalon. They don't have an insurance policy. If they die, they're gonna be out for 40 seconds.
Yeah, watch for Fried Chicken, always trying to find the angle. Toinks is onto him though.
So
Able to
annoying.
get the stun, push him away. Lord brought down to about 60% now, but still the dance continues. I think Avalon maybe wants to try to force a reset. The bombardment comes down. Toinks brought down to about 50% as well. Arvel and Fallen waiting for the moment to strike.
Man, it's so beautiful watching BTK do the Lord dance. It definitely shows their strategy has matured.
Waduh, Toingnya tuh bang guys.
Oh, Toinks, a little too deep there. Does go down. That's going to be a big disadvantage for the side of Avalon. Fried Chicken to the backside as well. Trying to lock on to Fallen. Mobazane able to take the Lord.
Iya.
And a little bit unfortunate. Avalon unable to set up anything with Toinks in the pit. BTK taking advantage of the situation, but they still have Demon, and if Demon does not die, Demon's gonna be able to clear majority of this Lord. And you know, we saw some of the fights where Demon was set up properly. He was able to get the ultimate out. It was slowing down Zane especially, and they were able to pick up a few kills. Avalon needs to make sure that the fight comes through Demon. And if the cold altar comes down, put basic on that. They have the kit, they have the tools to win these fights, and BTK setting up on the top side with the Lord marching down.
Definitely love crashing in on this top side. ISO on the backside, able to fire off a couple snipe shots. Basic will be able to melt down these minions, but that's a lot of damage on a Basic, especially this early in this fight.
Masih aman sih guys,
Brought down
harusnya
to
guys.
about 70 already.
Harusnya masih aman loh ini.
Get some health back. Fallen gonna puncture in. The Lord will crash, take down the inhibitor. Magic Gush comes out to try to melt
Ada
down
laser
this Lord.
kematian,
That's
bro.
all Avalon has their eyes on right now.
Oke, Lordnya aman, tapi tar tengahnya enggak.
ISO with the Nabir's passion.
Tinggal tar bawah doang ya. Joy Boy, wah, for nothing bro.
Just misses the Numion Blast. Fallen able to phase through. Now Toinks, maybe trying to move in, play some aggression.
Hey,
Fallen
boy.
as well. Basic
Wah,
pops off.
langsung
Joybot's taking a lot of damage from
Immortal.
Noah's Fury pops as well. Immortality comes in.
Langsung ada
Full
altar.
altar to lock on.
Hey,
Trying
boy.
to make him sustain.
Tetap aja tuh
And
Bang
another
Guys.
one still falls. Joybot's
Fight
the first
chicken.
to go.
WON,
Magic first
WON,
comes
basic.
on. Two flags
Basic
taken,
beli
but he gets the
Immortal.
stun on two
Wuh.
members. Basic with the
Immortal,
go
Fight
away,
Chicken.
makes him go
Nah.
away. Can he get the
Eh,
finish
Winter,
though?
Winter, Fight
Russian
Chicken.
winner,
Loh.
Tronchion comes from Fight
Woi.
Chicken. He tries to flicker.
Masih bisa
tries to
aman
get the
loh,
outplay,
gila.
still just gets
Masih
away.
untung sih masih punya
It's 2
flicker
for
ya.
1. 2 inhibitors over the side of
Oke lah,
Avalon.
ISO dar. Hampir
Projectile
aja.
lands onto ISO. He gets stunned. ISO finding the flickers after missing the
Gila
snipe
guys ya.
shot.
Lumayan lah
Demon
dapetin
keeps them
Lordnya.
out of the base.
Dapetin 13 start ya guys
It's
ya.
not terrible, right? 2 for 1. You know,
Mungkin
it's a good
Lord yang
defense.
keempat nanti bakalan bisa numbangin base-nya Avalon sih. Feeling gue sih gitu guys ya. Kalau yang dapat BTK loh. Fight Chicken kelas banget ya guys ya. Beli Radian ya. Tadi udah beli Winter, beli Immortal, beli Winter, sekarang beli Radiant Armor guys. Dari Fight Chicken.
We saw the Mino being picked up. We saw the Lolita as the counterplay from BTK. Doesn't seem like it's working out in their favor.
Yeah, I mean it's up in the air at this point. At this point, when everyone's got all the items in, I'm wondering Fallen picks up the Immortality, or no, Fallen doesn't pick up Immortality. I'm pretty sure he picked up Gold Meteor for a little bit of sustainability. So I'm wondering how that's going to play out. He does have the dashes. If he has a lot of escapability, Arvel has an Immortality.
Okay,
Toinks
Lord
has an
Evolve.
Immortality. So we do have some sustainability there. Basic also picked up an Immortality instead of going full damage. I think it could pay off. I mean, all he really needs is the Trinity. Arvel, though, needs to make a play happen. And I think that's what it really comes down for both teams here, is what member is going to stand up
Konsil?
and make that moment that can secure the victory.
Yeah, and the Tango comes out. Joybotch
Pengen-
with the
pengennya enggak
conceal
sih. Oh,
onto
oke.
Arvel. He chooses to flick
Usir
out.
aja
That
guys
is
ya,
a
tapi ya
huge
pengusirannya lumayan mantap
utility
juga sih.
being used. That just means Arvel won't be able to set that backline. He can only do what he can do in the front, and that is a conceal for a flicker on the roam. BTK tangoing once again, and I feel like this is one of BTK's greatest advantages. They know how to dance these lords.
And it feels like they always have, you know, a slightly higher percentage control of the Lord Pit.
Yep.
They've always got that mid bush locked. They've got White Chicken or someone in the bot bush. They've got about 70%
kena
of the
basic
circle
guys.
contained, and Avalon's just trying to cut in. This time Avalon wants to break in a bit
Ini
deeper.
mas
Arvel
Pergel,
secured a
ya.
nice position in the mid bush. There's still some opportunity, but the Lord is brought down to about 50%. Mobazane in complete control of it. Fallen doesn't want to get involved in this tango too soon. Watch for Joybotch though, hiding out in this bush. Toinks trying to make the play. Nice Noah's Fury. Botch to the backside tries to get the stun.
Oke,
Lord getting lower. Fallen look for the possible steal. White Chicken getting low. Forces Bravest Fighter along with
Loh, Basic yang dapat.
Basic
Astaga,
takes the
tapi
Lord. ISO
tumbang
takes
ya,
out
terus nama
Toinks.
tumbang.
Basic takes out Yato.
Lah, triple kill ISO. Maniac. Oh, masih punya Immortal.
4 members down. The Immortality pops from
Loh.
Fallen, but I don't think he's gonna be able to
Woi.
escape from this. Pops
Lah,
Roses.
Fallen masih aman.
With the Phantom
Tapi
Execution.
ada
Can he get away
disembur dari
from
belakang ya guys ya.
that? No.
Oke lah.
Recalls
Tinggal
and
di
finds
man
him on
doang
the
mana bisa
backside
bro,
now.
dapetin Lord pun ya
Just
percuma
Demon
juga ya.
gets the rest.
Lordnya bakalan dibiarkan aja, mungkin ya di clearing aja, kalau enggak ya dibiarin sih. Alalala, ISO. ISO.
It seems like they have to defend against this Lord, and with some of these
ISO,
minions
nah.
right now, it seems like BTK looking to end.
Aman ya guys, lagi guys.
He's gonna get stunned. That is
Kelas
it.
guys ya,
The base
kelas.
goes down. And
Oke guys ya,
BTK
2-0 guys,
take it.
dimenangkan oleh
2-0
BTK ya, padahal Avalon udah ngeri banget sih.
0.
Oke lah guys ya, kita next ke match selanjutnya berarti ya antara BTK melawan The Ohio Brothers guys ya. Bye bye.